Hello students, welcome you all. My name is Parul Gupta, your computer teacher. Welcome you all. I hope you all are fine. So as you all know that students, we have started with our chapter 6, that is working with Dreamweaver. So in this video also I'm going to complete with my chapter 6, that is working with Dreamweaver. Okay. So student, basically in this video we are going to finish with our chapter 6, means our leftover topics that I'm going to cover in this video session. Okay children. So now let's talk about the topics that what we are going to cover. Yes children, so these are the topics that what I'm going to cover in this video session. The first is setting the heading properties. Then we're going to discuss the formatting the text, that inserting images on our web pages, then rollover images and creating hyperlink. Okay, so these are the topics that what we have left from this chapter and that what we are going to cover in this video session. Okay children, so now let's talk about our first topic, that is setting the heading properties. Okay, so let's talk about our first topic, that is setting the heading properties. Heading, so basically in HTML we have 6 type of headings starting from H1 to H6. Okay, so the options given in the heading category of the page property dialog box allows you to set 6 types of heading, that is H1 to H6, by selecting the font size, color, style and so on for the heading text. Okay, so means these are the steps, and as we have discussed that we can set 6 type of heading, that is H1 to H6. Okay children, means H1 to H6, these 6 type of headings are available. Okay, so how we can do that? Click on the heading category. As you can see that in the page property dialog box we are getting the heading property. So in the heading category we are getting the heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, heading 5 and heading 6. Select the size, and then related to that you can select the font color, font style, etc. And when you click OK, related to that H1, that color or font style will be considered. Like what is written, that click on the heading category, select the heading font, then select the heading size for the various types headings, select the color of the various types heading, click on the apply button, the heading will be defined. यहाँ पे जाके हम first of all we have to click over here in the category, we have to select this heading, and then from here we can select the heading font, heading size and heading color. Clear children? So this is how we can set the heading properties. Now the next is applying a heading to the text. How we can apply, the next one is adding text to the web page. To enter the text, click at the required place and type the text as needed. Pressing the enter key results in a hard return and paragraph break with double line spacing. Holding the shift key while pressing the enter key results in a soft return and will act like a paragraph spaced by a single line. Observe that when you add text, headings and font properties that we have set in the page property dialog box get automatically applied to the text. So basically what we have to do, we have to just start to enter the text, click at the required place, जहाँ पे भी आप text enter करना चाहते हो, just click it. Yes children, so like this way we are applying text to the web page. We just need to simply click over there and then we have to start writing the text whatever we want to write. Okay, so by pressing the enter key results in a hard return and a paragraph break. So if we press the enter key, it will give the spacing of double line. Okay, so while holding the shift down key while pressing the enter key results in a soft return and will act like a paragraph spaced by single line. If you are simply pressing the enter key, then it will give a line space of double line, and if you are pressing the enter key by holding the shift key along with that, so then it will give a single line space. Okay, now come to the next one, that is applying a heading to the text. So now how we can apply the headings, as we have discussed earlier that there are 6 types of heading from H1 to H6. So how we can apply the headings to our text, let's talk about that. First of all, select the heading which you want to change. So like from here the paragraph format, and select the heading which you want to change. Then open the text menu, point to paragraph format and click on the heading type. The new heading will get applied to the selected text. Okay, so first of all just select the heading. Okay, from the text tab, then go to paragraph format. Here you can select the heading, and so like here we have selected the heading, that is H2 heading, so that whatever you have applied, that will be applied to the text, that whatever you have selected. Means whatever the text I have already written, just select it and then go to the text option, and then in the paragraph format select the heading. Whatever the heading you have selected, that will be applied to the text. Okay, so this is how we can apply the heading to the text. Okay children. Yes, so now come to the next topic, that is formatting the text. The font properties that we have set for the text through the page properties dialog box will apply by default to any text that we type on the page. After entering the text, if we realize that there is a need to format it in a different way, we can easily do so using the font related options given in the properties inspector. Okay, means whatever the text we have written, it will take by default the font type, font style or font size, whatever has been selected. Okay, if we want to change, so that we can change the font properties in the properties inspector dialog box. Okay, so how we can do that? The general step to change the formatting of the text are as follows. Select the text whose properties you want to change. Click on the required formatting button. For example, if you want to change the alignment of the text to centered align, click on the center alignment button. In the case the button contains a drop down arrow, click on it and select the required option from the drop down list. The formatting of the text will change accordingly. So as you can see, this is the property dialog box. This is the option formatting for the heading. This is the font style. This is the font size. Okay, default font, whatever it is there, this is the font style. This is font size, then this is font type, and then this is the bold, and this is for italic, this is the alignment, this is the font color. Okay, so whatever the property you want to change it, you can change. Like this is for text font, I have told you. This is for the styles, this is for the heading, this is for the size. Okay, so this is how we can change the formatting of the text. Okay, now come to the next topic, that is inserting images on a web page. We can insert an image on the web page to make it more relevant to the topic. Follow these steps to insert an image. For example, in Dreamweaver, whatever the code we have written, if we want to insert the image, how we can do that? Open the insert menu and select the image option. The select image source dialog box open. Select the image to be inserted. Click on the OK button. The image take accessibility attributes dialog box opens. जैसे ही means the way you want to insert the image. Okay, first of all you have to go to the insert tab, then over there you're getting an option image, then this image related dialog box will open. Select the image, whatever the image you want to insert, then click OK, so that will be applied. So that how we can insert the images on a web page in a Dreamweaver. Okay children, then in the alternate text box, enter the text that you want to display when somebody points to the image. Click on the OK button. Like suppose related to that image, if you want to give any of the text, so you can give the text here also. Okay, like if the user is pointing to that image, so related to that image the text will appear, that is here we have written the solar system. Okay, then click on the image OK button, the image will be inserted. Notice that the inserted image is selected having 3 resizing handles. You can drag the image from the resizing handle to increase or decrease the size. We all know that whenever we have inserted any of the image, the resizing handles will be there. Handle means through which we can resize the image. Either we can increase or either we can decrease. Okay, then resize the image as required and save the changes made to the document by clicking on file, then click save. Then the changes made to the web page will be saved, and like you can see here, the image will be displayed and the text related to that image is solar system, and that has been applied. And then you can resize it. After resizing it, then you have to just save it. Okay, then come to the next topic, that is modifying the image properties. The image properties can be modified from the properties inspector. Follow the steps given below to modify the image property. Like the way we have formatted the text, similarly we can modify the image as well. Click on the image whose property you want to change. First of all you have to click on the image whose properties you actually want to change. Then in the property inspector, same in property inspector, you're getting the options for formatting or modifying the image. Like here you can resize the image width and the size. Then here you can specify the URL, or you can say the source file wherever the image is. Then all text if you want to give any. Then here you can use tools for creating hotspots. Then this is the spacing, how much space you want to take, border if you want to apply. So this is through property inspector. You can do all these modifications in the image whatever you have inserted in your web page through the property inspector dialog box. Okay children, then come to the next one, that is viewing the page in a web browser or in a browser. We can preview your page in the web browser by following this step. Open the web page that you want to preview in the document window. Click on the file menu and point to the preview in browser option. From the sub menu, select a browser software. The page will display in that browser window. Means whatever the web page you have created, you can view your web page in a browser as well by go to the file option and then go to the preview in browser option, and then you have to select the browser, whether you want to view the you can say the page in Mozilla Firefox or Google Chrome or Internet Explorer, and then that page will be appeared in the web browser. Okay. Yes, children. So now we are discussing about our next topic, that is inserting a table. We can present text, images, and other elements in the form of table. Table, as we know, help us to keep our data in a concise form. Let us learn how to insert a table in a web page in your Dreamweaver. Okay, so basically in this topic we are going to learn how we can insert a table through Dreamweaver, which is a software, in our web page. Okay, so first of all, click where you want to insert the table, or then click on the table button on the insert bar. Okay, now first of all you have to just click on the area where you want to insert the table, and then go to the insert option, and then over there you're getting the table, and the table dialog box will open. Okay, then specify the number of rows and columns in the respective boxes. Means now you have already selected the table. Now you have to select means how many number of rows in the column you want. Okay, then specify the width of the table in a pixel or percentage of the window. Define the border thickness for the table. Define the cell padding and cell spacing. What is cell padding? It is the space between the edges of the cell and its content, and cell spacing is the spacing between the two cells. Okay, then choose a header layout. The data in the header row will have entries in bold and center line and cell. Then in the caption text box, provide the caption for the table, and then in the line caption drop down list, select the alignment of the caption, click on the OK button, and the table will be inserted. Now I'm showing you once again. First of all, now wherever you want to insert the table, just click on that area, then through insert bar, go to insert option, and the table dialog box will open. This is the table dialog box. Okay, now select the how many number of rows and column you want. Then table की width कितनी होनी चाहिए, select the table width from here in pixels. Then the border thickness means जो like this way the border will appear ना, so this border thickness will be there, you can select it from here. Then cell padding means the space between the text and the edge of the border. Okay, and cell spacing is the space between the two cell, as here there is no spacing, so it is not showing properly. Okay, then header layout means if you want to select any of the header layout, अगर आपने कोई mention की है तो you can select, otherwise you can select normally the none option. Okay, then accessibility is related to that only. Then caption, if you want to give any of the title, then you can mention here in the caption, like here the title is given objects in the solar system. Okay, then align caption means if you want to align to center, top, bottom, wherever you want to align, you can select it from here. Then summary, if you want to give, otherwise you can leave it, and then click OK. So this is how the table will be inserted. Okay, then come to the next one, that is setting a background color for the table. Like table, if you have already inserted, if you want to give any background color, that also you can do that. Click anywhere in the table to select it. In the properties inspector area, click on the BG color. BG color stands for background color. The color picker will open. Select the desired background color from the palette that appears. The color will be applied to the background. First of all, you need to just select anywhere in the table. Then through property dialog box, this is the color option you are getting. Select the appropriate color, whatever you want to display as a background in the BG color option, and whenever you click the desired color, click OK, so the background color will be applied. Okay children, then come to the next topic, that is merging cells. We can always merge adjacent cells to increase their span. It helps to create a better layout for the web pages. Select the cell which you want to merge by dragging the mouse over them. Like suppose here I want to merge these two cells, so I am selecting these two cells. Okay, then the next is, then click on the merge cell button. Like in the property inspector, here you are getting an option for the merge cell button. Just click on the merge cell button in the property inspector, the cell will be merged, and then you can see both the cell will be appeared as one particular cell, because here we have combined those two cells. Okay, then come to the next one. Yes children, come to the next topic, that is using the rollover image. What is the meaning of rollover image? The concept of rollover image is that when somebody points to the image, a new image appears in place of the previous image. Suppose whatever the image I have displayed on my web page, when a user point to that image, every time the new image will appear. That is the meaning of rollover image. Okay, so the rollover image consists of two images: the image that is being displayed in the web page without any interaction from the user, and the second is the image that is displayed when a user points it. If the user is not pointing, so image will be displayed. That is the first point. And the second, when a user point to that image, so whatever the image will be displayed, that is the second point. Okay, so now the steps to add a rollover image are as follows. First of all, select the insert, then go to image object and then select rollover image option. Like you can see that this is the insert rollover image name, then original image. Okay, so original image means if the user is not pointing, whatever the image is displayed, that image is there. Then rollover image, when a user pointing to that image, what image will appear, you can select that image. Okay, you have to just click keyboard rollover image so that whenever the user is pointing out, it will change. Then alternate text means if somehow the image will not display, then the text will appear. Okay, and then the next one is when click, go to the URL, so that if user pointed, then change, and if user clicked it, then it will go to the another page. Okay, so then in the original image text box, click on the browser button. The original image dialog box open, select the image. In the rollover image dialog text box, click on the browse button. The rollover image dialog box opens, select the image. Then in the alternate text button, enter the text you want to get displayed when someone points to that image. Then in the when click, go to URL text box, enter the URL of the web page that you want to open when a image is clicked, or click on the browse button. Okay, then click on the OK button. So that is what I have defined. Original image means if user is not at all pointing to the image, then the original image displayed, that is the URL of that image. Here rollover image, when the user is pointing to what new image will appear on the place of that you have to mention. Then alternate text, if somehow the image will not appear if user is pointing, then whatever the text you want to appear, that also you can give here. Then when click, go to the URL. If user clicking on that image, so it will go to another URL, another web page. Okay, okay. So means if user is pointing, another image will also appear and another text will also appear, because text also I have given in the alternate text. Okay children, so this is the concept of the rollover image. Okay, yes. So now come to the next topic, the last topic, that is creating hyperlink. So the text or image can be easily turned into hyperlink so that when somebody clicks on it, the link document open. Okay, so creating a link to a file on your computer, select the text image you want to turn into a hyperlink. Suppose whatever the text I have given, or if any image I have displayed, so if I want, whenever the user click on that particular text or that image, it will go to the another page. So here basically what we are doing, we are just creating a hyperlink. Okay, so in the properties inspector, alongside the link field, click on the browse for the file icon. The select file dialog box open, select the file and click on the OK button. Save the changes made to the web document by pressing Ctrl+S key. Then open the page in the web browser using file preview in browser Chrome option. Click on the link Mercury. The link Word document containing the more information about the planet Mercury will open. Okay, first of all, you need to go to the property inspector. You have to just first of all select the text or image for which you want to create a hyperlink. Then in the properties inspector, alongside the link field, click on the browse for the file icon. Okay, you have to just go to the link field, and then you can press, means whenever the user click on that text, what file or image will appear, you can select it from here. Okay, then select the file and click OK button. That's what we have done, and after that save the changes. Okay, then whenever you see this page in a web browser, okay, so when a user click on the Mercury, it will go back, it will open a new web page where the description of the, it will open the link where the description of the Mercury will open up. Okay, so this is what we have discussed, means we are creating a link to a file on our computer. So now come to the next one, that is creating a link to an external web page. External web page means whenever the user click, it will redirect to the another web page, not our web page, to some another web page. That is the meaning of external. So select the text image you want to make into the link. In the property inspector, in the link field, type the URL of the web page. Means over there we have select the file from our computer, but here we have to specify the URL. Okay, then test the web page by clicking on the preview in the browser button and click on link to see the link page will open up. So now whenever I clicked on Venus, it goes to the another URL whatever I have defined here, and that related web page will be opened. Okay, that is the meaning of external web page. Now come to the next one, that is creating an email link. Email link means whenever the user click on that particular text or image, it will redirect to the email page. Okay, so when you want somebody who visit your website to send you an email by clicking on a link, the email is the perfect solution for it. When someone click on an email link, his her default email program, Outlook Express or Microsoft Outlook, launches automatically a new message open with your email already into the to field. Okay, so an email link look like mail to, then here the email address. Okay, this mail to is the symbol, it indicates that this is the type of email link and this is the email address. Okay, so to create an email link, select the text you want to make into the link. First of all, you just need to click the text, and then in the property inspector, in the link field, type the complete email link. Like this way you can type the link. Okay, then save it, and then whenever you check in a browser window, whenever I click, so the email related window will be open, and through that we can get the email directly to the website on whom we have from means where we have already clicked. Okay, then come to the last, that is removing a hyperlink. To remove the hyperlink, delete the text in the link field for the properties inspector and press the enter key, and then save the changes by clicking on the file save. To remove, just remove that particular link in the link field which is available in the property inspector, and then click OK, and then you can save the changes whatever you have made, so it will remove the hyperlink. Okay, so this is the last exercise of this chapter which is given in between. So let's discuss about this. State whether the statement are true or false. The cell spacing is the distance between the cell content and its boundary. False. Cell spacing is basically the spacing between the two cells. Okay, that's why the statement is false. You can remove a hyperlink from the property inspector window. Just now only we have discussed, so the statement is true. The preview in the browser option lies in the edit menu. False. It is not in the edit menu, it is in the file menu. A rollover image changes when the mouse pointer rolls over it. Absolutely true. Then when an email link is clicked, an email is sent to visitor. No, it will directly open the email address through which they can send the message. Okay, so the sequence is false, true, and false. Okay children, so with this we are going to complete with our chapter 6.